Clash of Clans podcast, OG, episode 99. And welcome back to the podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Scotty827, joined by the one, the only, the master of legends, Tyler. How's it going, man?
Hey, Scotty.
How
Oh, it's going. I don't know about Master of Legends, just trying to hang on in Legends, I feel like.
is it? You have all three of your accounts there now?
Yeah, all three still for the moment. Uh
Yeah, it's the other day.
Minion Mike the other day might have some problems and I might be kind of screwed. I'm sitting at 11,000 right now, and you have to be top 10 by the end of the week. So hopefully by
Oh,
Sunday I can get back in.
so
So I had a big mix up there on whenever Clash of Bugs happened the other day.
yeah, this was a pretty
Yeah.
crazy. So,
So I like logged in the morning, go to do my hits, and I think I did them on Lighty first and did a couple. It was just fine. Didn't switch to my other accounts yet. I think it was like 10 o'clock, and I went to go switch over to Minion Mike to do a hit. And it's like, you've been promoted. I was like, been promoted? What do you mean? I'm in Legends 1. And it says, you've been promoted to Legends 2. And I'm like, what? And I'm
oh
thinking,
man.
this is Monday, because it always resets on Monday, you know? And I
Yeah.
was like, I thought I was okay last night when I looked, like I was in 9,300 or something.
I don't want to hang out with
Had some,
Scotty. No, I'm just kidding.
had some, had some rough defenses. And I just was like, well, damn, that sucks. Like, I'm not,
What did I
I
do?
guess I just missed it. So I didn't even think really and just hit sign up for the,
Yeah.
Legend 2. And then I switched over to my main account and on Tyler, and I'm like, wait a minute. It says I got demoted here too. And I was like top 3,000 on that account. So how did I get demoted? So I hop on Twitter. There's people complaining about it there. They're like, don't sign up for Legend League. And I'm like, no, I already did with
Uh,
Minion Money.
you know,
So, oh, yeah.
that's kind of been the story of like the last week because as soon as you were kind of, I didn't hear like the full story, but you mentioned that in Discord, and then someone said don't sign up for it, and or 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 something similar. But this week, it probably three or four times about, or maybe about three or four issues I heard, don't select it or don't do this, and then they're going to fix it. But it's like,
Yeah.
when there's a button there, you're going to press it.
Oh, I mean,
Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't, like when I'm
And
in the middle of it, I'm not going, you know what, let me go check the official forums here. Like, I'd
yeah.
be going, what do you mean this, and doing the next thing and going, what the heck happened? But
Yeah. And it just was frustrating because I'm like, I thought I was in, and then I'm like, well, maybe I lost it. So then I got out. Anyway, when I signed up on that account, it took, I think, 3 or 4 hours before Supercell fixed it. And I was surprised they actually fixed it that day because they're like way ahead of us on time schedule. So I don't know if they just had
yeah.
somebody like go in and hurry and fix it or what, because I was waiting, expecting to fix the next day or whatever. But on my main account, it finally fixed and I was able to do my hits. So I switched over to Minion Mike, and it did say it put me back in Legend 1. But when I went to go hit attack, it's like, you've used all your attacks for today. And then I go to the battle log, and my battle log's empty on attacks, but full of 8 defenses. So I lost 274 trophies that day. I
Oh,
mean, that's a lot of trophies to try to get back
oh,
in a week. So
it's like getting hit
I'm going
hit
to
by a
be,
clash bus.
yeah, I'm going to be clawing and scraping my way trying to do it, but I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off.
How does that look in Legends then when you are like, does it say you're in the demotion zone
Yeah. Yep. It says
const
you're in here, I'll pull it up because I'm in the demotion zone right now. It'll tell you like what percent you're in,
okay.
and then it tells you your rank, which is kind of nice. Like on the battle log, it tells you your rank. On the leaderboard, it says demotion risk, and it shows me my attacks and how many defenses I've had, and like how many spots I've gone up or down. It tells you stay above rank 10,000 to avoid demotion in 3 days and 12 hours. So,
So when you're looking at that, in Legends, what what is or Legend 1, what does your battle log look like? I
just like it used to, eight, eight defenses, eight offenses.
but like
Um,
is there like a change to the like less 3 stars, more 3 stars, about the
oh,
same?
less than before for sure. Um, but you get to a certain tier where it starts to become more. Um, I don't know. Like for me, on my one account that I was doing my best on, I'm probably getting four, maybe five triples a day if I'm lucky.
Wow.
Um, some days though, it's only two or three. Like
Yeah.
it just depends on how it. Like I had a couple of time fails yesterday, and then like my defense log today has two triples and out of six. But I've gotten a really good base lately that I've gotten quite a few one stars on and
Yeah,
a lot of low two stars.
that base you gave me, I've run for this is the 3rd week in a row that I'm
Uh,
running it because it is still holding. I think I've only got like maybe 5 or 6 3 stars like per week. It,
really,
yeah, I mean it's really pretty low. Maybe it's maybe 8, but it's not like very like not very much at all. So, and then
that's
I'll
cool.
I'll trade out like a 1 star. So I almost switched it out this week, but I'm like, you know what? If it's not broke, don't fix it because my base that I
Yeah,
had before was like still not the one I trade out for. It wasn't. This is still doing way better than that. Maybe like an extra 1 or 2 stars or 3 over the week before, but I'm like, it's still not um giving much away. So might as well hold it for a little bit.
yeah. I actually hit it this morning in a Legends one hit, and I'm like, oh, I know how to attack this now since I spent hours the other
Yeah.
day freaking attacking it, trying to get ready for that
That's
CWL.
that's what I did
And I
yesterday.
tripled it. And I was like, yeah, it feels good.
That problem base, a very similar version of this problem base that Tyler has that it's a nemesis base. Um, I practiced I practiced all day or not all day, probably like the last 3 hours. I was kind of like looking for bases and hitting it and then trying. And then that's also a base that Nick in the clan has been like a nemesis of, but he's been working on it too. And then
Yeah.
I was like doing some practice and I look and then he hit it. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. I didn't realize that there's still somebody else. So I'm like, well, now I got to go look at a different base, but that one worked out, thankfully. Coolrick got demoted, uh, and he was saying, and I just had to tell, because, I don't know if, I don't think this was related, but he had told me that, um, he said something about if I don't get out of L2, I'm going to self harm or something in one of the chats. And I said, I'm going to be here forever, just like the subway guy on Ghost. I said, if you stick around, I'll show you how to kick a can.
Yeah.
Because, oh, that. I did come, I did come to 6th place, 6th or 7th.
Oh, so close. Because it's
Yeah,
top four or five.
3.
How many? Oh, it's only three?
Yeah, yeah, only 3, which is, it's, it, I am the subway guy in Ghost. I really is what I feel like.
Yeah,
But
you'll
I
get
would
it.
in that very last couple hours, I slid into 3rd place, and then defenses pushed me back
Started trick.
down.
Dang it.
But there, of course, there were a couple
Little
people
false hope.
who hadn't done their attacks. I think some like one pushed way up, but I think even it was like 40 points off. But this is just where I'm like, how are you ever going to be able to promote unless I'm completely things are just gonna have to go really right. And then it's gonna also have to make sure that it's like not an update week or something where everything goes weird. And because we were in the middle of that stuff when it came out, and I'd done really well, and then I think it was the global update and everything with some changes. And every time something like that happens, there's a few days for me where it goes kind of wonky.
Yeah, got to kind of settle in
Mhm. And I don't
what's
know what
going
it
on.
is, like, if it's sometimes I think it's just even being, like, really busy, trying to figure everything out, kinda getting out of
Yeah.
that routine. But I not having those attacks, though, is a little rough also on the practice of it, but, um,
I honestly thought I was stuck forever or a long time, like I was like, I'm just going to be
you're
stuck here
Sam.
forever.
You're Sam.
And yeah, and that bass just like carried me so much. Like I even had a 0 star disconnect because my internet went down the one day.
Yeah, that was that week too. I woulda had it
Yeah.
without the disconnect.
Oh,
Yeah, so you switched.
I got lucky on a couple disconnects yesterday on my defense in Legend 1 on my main account that's doing my best. So listen to these defenses. Um, I think I reset like top 3K the day before, and I
Wow.
got 60% 2 star, 61% 2 star, a triple, 91% two, 71% two, 58% two, a 0 star disconnect. And it was actually
Oh.
a guy that I follow that builds bases named Wolfie.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he posted on Twitter yesterday, fix your bullshit game. All these
Oh.
stupid connects. And I saw my name and I was like, oh no.
Oh
I
my god.
was like, can confirm, got a 0 star defense. Thanks.
So he
Oh, and he
publicly
had
shamed
like
your
three
base?
disconnects in a row. And I was like, oh, I think I would have thrown my phone if I'd had three disconnects in a row. And then I got a 1 star, 97% the defense after that. So I'm like, that defense is killing it. It's
Yeah.
a different one than the one I gave you, but it has been doing really well.
What do you think it is about those couple bases? What do you think it is about these problem bases? That's is there anything, like, in common with the problem bases right now? Um, I
Yes.
noticed, for one thing, I had a 2 star in CWL. Ouch. I most of my problems with CWL were directly traced to unboosted heroes with 1 or
Oh
2%.
no.
Yeah, I did it
I
again.
I forgot. I forgot to do that the other day too.
I forgot it every time, and then I
And I
did it.
think I even forgot to tell everybody else. Like I forgot to pin it in the chat.
Yeah. Well, I think I said something about it in the chat, but, like, not not yesterday, but the day before, I go and do my CWL, get, like, a 98 or no, 96% boosted hero. Now, my queen is done, my warden's done. My
Oof.
queen's done, warden's done, so it's just the, king. But that would have been it. Then I said, "Damn, I forgot to boost my heroes. Crap." Then I go to the Ore War, forget to boost them again, get like a 98%, but then I restarted the second one. But I like It's just been a whirlwind, but
That sucks.
yeah. So,
And it's just like if you would have pushed that one button, you get that extra little 3% or whatever.
yeah, just to like push it
Yeah.
right over uh the edge on those. So what problems are you seeing? Oh,
So I
mm,
haven't looked at my defenses too much. Maybe I should focus on that and kind of figure it out. But offensively, where I am struggling, as I'm doing the Dragon Duke entry with the Vang Walk into some Super Bowlers. And those bases that I'm struggling on, I've just learned to not try to end at the town hall because that's where your 1 stars come from. And in Legend League,
mhm.
that just kills you. So I just don't ever end at the town hall. Like that's lesson number one. Number two is that some of them have an invis by that exposed town hall. And if you try to fang walk it, usually it will go off, but then he dies going somewhere else. And then that base that I gave you, that I shared with you guys, I think the main problem with that base is there's 2 raged up areas on that one, right? Because it's a double rage base.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're on 2 opposite corners. And then there's a lot of heavy defenses on the other 2 corners. So that if you try to come in anywhere, like I've kind of learned with my Super Bowlers in the Eternal Tome, you have to kind of use that Eternal Tome in a rage area. So when I was struggling a lot against it, it was like Dragon Duke into one of those heavy defense areas and try to pull the CC out. Because if you don't pull the CC out and you later are hitting your Eternal ability and the Torch ability, a lot of that ability time is wasted if you're running into ice columns because a lot of people are just running ice columns now to stop Super Bowlers.
Oh,
So if you're not drawing the CC out early and taking care of it early, when you go into the base and the CC comes out and it's 2 ice columns or 3 ice columns, and you go to hit your ability in that rage area, but then you're just ice golem for 15, or 10 seconds, then you're ice golem for another 10 seconds, then you're ice golem for another 10 seconds. Your ability's worn off and you didn't even get anything out of your ability. That I think is where those problem bases are killing me. It's like mistimed abilities, not drawing out the CC, and then you didn't take care of that raged area with your ability, and now you still have another raged area and no ability to where it's just too overwhelming for your troops, if that makes sense.
yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about because it seems like on a lot of those bases, uh, it's almost like I almost want to say like spread out corners, like or in the like the
Yeah.
wings is where those pockets are. So I'm using the rage gem, and I think that's maybe and because I'm using the rage gem instead of the tome, I don't really have to worry about the tome ability, but just the torch, which I use for entry a lot.
Mhm.
Are you and then I switched the king. I ended up putting just in the last few attacks the earthquake boots on it to kind of over the snake bracelet.
To open up the walls.
Yeah, to so in that same base that I think we're talking about you're talking about the one with multi or the mono and the m- um revenge tower at like 8 and 4 or 3 and the town hall right in the center, or are you talking about the one where the town hall's up north?
Up north, the one that I gave you.
Okay.
that did really well defensively for
Yeah.
me.
Yep. Okay. So those corner base ones are just such a problem. So I was like, let me try it because that way, if I get the king up there, I can at least earthquake. If I can send him in right up there, then I can at least take out a bunch. Um, with that. Uh, and then then like in all those, you almost have like the two uh not scatters,
Spitters.
spitters, and then the two air sweepers right at
Yeah.
the north, which
Yeah, which makes it like impossible to go in right at the town hall with your Dragon Duke because then he just gets blown around. And there's all four heroes there too.
here's what I found
So
with
like,
a trick with that, with the heroes I'm working on, which has been working pretty well. So I use like the 3 invis now. Um Electro Walk I've been working on. Um
only
but if
three, huh?
yeah, because it gets the job done, I think. Kind of what I want to do. Where I just to place them too, but it's a lot
Yeah.
just like going back to my RC walk. Like get in there, just take out a little bit. But if you invis, right, you get close, and as soon as you start to get on the heroes, freeze the heroes and
Oh,
keep invising your Dragon Duke from the other things. And sometimes you can get past it a little bit. But I'm finding like if I just freeze them, then it stops them from wandering and it keeps me in the invis. And it ends up being a good trade-off because I was gonna end up using that freeze a little bit later. So I'll burn 2 of my freezes on it. Um,
okay.
because otherwise then he starts to wander, then he gets blown, and then he's not but
Yeah.
if I can freeze them, I can keep him in the spot so that the thing doesn't accidentally blow me because he got, in the way.
That's a drop right there.
Mhm. As it was coming out of my mouth,
Uh,
that's what she said. No. Uh,
yeah. No, I get it. Like, I think that's another problem. Like, sometimes people, you're like so tempted to try to go into the town hall or into an area, and then you get distracted by a hero and he chases the hero, and then he keeps chasing the hero because the hero runs away when you invis it. And it's like, oh, and you waste like two or three invises, and then by that time you're screwed because the dragon dude's already dead and you have no chance like of recovering almost.
yeah, yesterday, I think it was in the last CWL, or it was either the last attack or the attack before. I can't remember. They all start to blur. But I sent in the dragon at the town hall. Did it's Dragon Duke, I should say, and just like we're talking about, and he wandered all
Yeah.
the way into the
Yeah.
core.
Into the center, and then he's just done for. Like you almost at that time you just stop invising, you let him die, and then
Yep.
you just try to use the invises somewhere else because there's no recovering from that point. When he goes to the center,
Yeah.
you're just
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, can I
it's
build
not
my
helping your
army so
funnel
I can
either.
funnel into him?
Yeah, and you can't even recover your funnel or anything. So it's just like, yep, just use the invises somewhere else. And if you have a revive, then you can wait to revive him when it's going to be beneficial.
And that's why only 3.
Yeah.
I can say it's for great, I just want this and that. But I think at the very end of the day, it is because I'm terrible with the invis spells. I
He's
mean,
hard. I was thinking I was listening to you and Smitty the other day and or yesterday, and I was just envisioning you talking about it, and it's almost like you have to have the touch kind of thing, you know, like people who are good at RC blocks.
and I'm more of a
Uh,
masher. I've got the
yeah,
mash.
you go. If you were really good at an RC walk, you could get just the right thing or cover this defense, and he'd still, be able to with the boots get it and move on to the next defense. Like you just had that intuition and that the know of where it was going to go next.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of like I've almost given up on it a few times because it's frustrating. But then in normal mode, it's so overpowerful that it's just like even when you mess up, you can still do really well. That I've stuck with it, and I've learned, like Smitty said, you can cover just one defense or just one invis per defense. Don't do that. And then I've also learned with his chain that if you can invis something and cover it and go to the next building, so let's say there's a gold storage and a defense right behind it, and instead of going after that gold storage, invis the gold storage if it's close enough to the defense and go to the defense, and his chain still hits that gold storage while hitting the defense, even though it's being invised. Same with
Oh.
heroes and the what the hell is the town hall guy called? Defender, logger,
Yeah.
guardian.
Guardian.
There you go. So
You
like
heard it here
you can
first.
still, yeah, you can still cover those things and it still chains the reactions off it. And the chains are sometimes a little unpredictable, but like I've kind of learned an invis trick the other day, or with invis bases the past couple of days because I just tried it. Because I don't run a giant arrow, so you can't trigger it with that. And I was trying always to just trigger it with like a log launcher. So I would, let's say, envision the town hall's at 12 o'clock with an invis tower and a couple of heroes. And then like a lot of the defenses are at, just spread out throughout the base. And there's maybe a rage on the other corner of the base, like at 6 o'clock. I would like try to Dragon Duke walk at 3, send my log launcher to with a few of my troops in, or maybe try to use my king ability with the soccer ball and then hit it and trigger it. But then it just seemed like I lost a lot of my troops because they didn't know where to go or they were going the wrong direction and while getting hit by
Start
the
to
guardian
turn.
and the heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I've found the past couple of days is if there's a couple of defenses or buildings that are a little exposed from that town hall, which there usually is because people want to try to like funnel you around the town hall, is if you start your Dragon Duke up there and you let him be seen, like you use that first invis to take care of one defense or one building or whatever, but then you let him be seen long enough to get hit by either the long shot or the logger just once, just a real quick hit. He will go towards that guardian, and then you invis just in the right spot to be able to, because the guardian's coming to you, and you're going
Yeah.
towards the guardian, so you have to time it just right. But you invis it so that he'll pause and hit that guardian, and that chain reaction goes off the guardian and into the town hall and into the invis tower, and it sets off the invis tower, but the guardian is pulled out of that invis so that you can still hit him. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're not like, because if you go too far in and you hit the guardian while it's in that invis area, then
It
your
goes off.
dragon duke just pieces off into another direction. It gets hit the whole time while he's getting, moving away because he can't see anything there. But when you're using your invis and that guardian's just outside of that invis area, I've learned to trigger that, and then I don't have to waste my log launcher. Instead, I can use, whatever other siege, and I'm not wasting troop space there. Usually, if you keep invising, you can take down the whole town hall, the invis, the heroes, and the guardian, depending on how many heroes are there. And then your whole army can wrap around somewhere else. So it's
Yeah.
just a lot of trial and error.
It's so delicate with that
Yeah.
I use if there's an invis right there, I will if I have to funnel, I'll so that the Dragon Duke doesn't wander, I will do 2 super minions to build the funnel and let him come in, and then just start it like 10 seconds in, so then I get on the same timers. but then I'll
Yeah.
freeze that invis and whatever I can and then do my invis stuff because it usually takes it out. At that point. Oh yeah. Do you zoom
Freeze is
in?
smart. I might have to try that. I zoom in just a touch. I'm on my phone and I zoom in just a touch to be able to really make sure I know where I'm at, and then I zoom right back out after the Dragon Duke walk so that I can, see more things. Yeah. But I do zoom in just a little bit to get that accuracy because he's temperamental, man. Like if you just mess up a little bit, if you just go the wrong direction, I mean, your whole attack can kind of be thrown off. The good thing is he's got the fire heart on him so that, he's still tanky. And I didn't hear Smitty mention this, and I was thinking it the whole time he was talking the other day about where to place the invis and, the tile wise.
Yeah.
He did mention the shadow thing that's really important, I think. But also, like, what I've learned is it's more about keeping that fox alive than it is the Duke.
Yeah.
Like that Duke can get hit, it's okay. But if your fox gets hit and the fox dies early, like, first invis in or something, gets hit by a giant bomb and then a scatter shot or, you know, the giga bomb, something big enough to take him out real quick,
I
you're screwed.
I think
So you have to make sure you keep him more invisible than the Dragon Dude.
I think my saving grace of messing up with these invises on the dragon is that it 50% of the time I fail on the dragon, it still catches the fox. And so like I've kind of noticed that like if it comes out, I'm like, oh, is the fox getting hit too? No. Okay, yeah, he can take it. He can just,
Yeah.
go. And like looking at that, and I noticed this morning, uh, when the dragon is coming on the furthest side of a defense, like coming towards the screen, then there's like a gap too, like where you place the circle. Like it's really that placement because he's up in the air and where his tile is can get really weird depending on the angle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so like I missed one this morning because I put it way too far back because it was kind of right behind the building. He was off a little bit too. And so what ends up happening is I I will it's like I must miss a tile on that side, but most of the time it does favor the fox in a sense. But yeah,
Yeah.
because that thing will last. And then you've got like the health too. The recovery on the heart.
Yeah. Yeah. If
So
you got that heart, he's pretty tanky. So like I said, he can take a few hits and you're okay. You don't have to worry about him too much.
yeah, it will be it's interesting to play around with that invis. It was I kind of leaned into it a little bit more after watching some of your um attacks this week and your super bowlers. Um
Yeah. I think you nailed it too. Like if he's not, you and Smitty both nailed it. Like if he's taking all the damage by like air defense or an air triggered expo, you know, um
Squeeze off one.
maybe a wizard tower, like don't hit that invis yet and let him take the damage while the fox is just chilling. But if you get that cannon, if you run into a scatter, something like that. Like I think the one time I was practicing on your base, I tried to charge into the rage area and the rage tower went off and the scatter got one shot off on my um
Duke.
Duke and he was done. Gotta go and
Oh, on that bottom corner.
yeah, and like the fox just got smoked real quick and I was like, oh man, that sucks.
Yeah. And then on other times you can come in, like you're saying, like right on a corner and just skip the first invis cycle if it's no ground on it or like really light ground for your fox.
Yeah.
Well, we've had a lot this month on with CWL,
Yeah.
which has been a crazy CWL month when you think about it, but also think about it in terms of we're rolling again in 7 days,
Oh my gosh.
right? Or quote
Like it
6 days.
doesn't end.
Yeah,
It's like
I'm spent.
I think did we get 2 wars in between the second one or only 1? I think we
uh,
might have only got 1 war
I
in.
couldn't tell you. I wouldn't
And
know.
then it hit again, like CW, I think it was only 2, might have been 1. And then like we're gonna get again maybe 2 wars, and then it's
Before.
gonna hit, and CWL is ready to go again.
Well, what do you think about 2 CWLs in a month?
It was a lot. It was a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Was it was kind of cool to just like experience it, but I don't think I want it all the time.
Yeah. I'd
I,
agree.
I
Not with the existing structure. Like,
yeah,
if you could if we could do a CWL on top of the regular thing, or we wouldn't have to separate, I would probably be okay with it. But it's the amount of like um coordination. And in Click's podcast, he was talking about what the global chat kind of gave, and he I'm gonna butcher his wording here, but I thought it was super insightful. Um, that communication, I think it was, has a place within Clash now. And I think if the global chat develops, or if there were other tools for that, it wouldn't be so bad. But it right now we have to like do so much organization outside of the game, which
yeah. I
takes
mean,
a lot
trying
of
to get herd
coordination.
cats to get everybody where you want them, to try to
Well,
that day that I got kicked out of Legend League was also the start of uh clan games.
oh yeah.
I accidentally started clan games in our CWL clan with Minion Mike too. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, luckily, 3 or 4 other people did the same thing as me. And we were able to still max it out to get our. Yeah, but I thought for sure, I'm like, oh, I just screwed myself. And I'm not going to be able to get any rewards either. Like,
Yeah.
that is just not good. I know that there's probably not a ton of people and ton of clans out there that have to switch clans to go to do a CWL in a different clan. So maybe Supercell didn't really think about that because it's not the
Yeah, I
majority.
suppose.
But what a pain, because I mean, luckily in Vanguard we're trying to build it up. So a lot of you guys just did clan games over there and you were there,
Yeah.
and I'm sure it's already, is it maxed out like
W-
clan games over there?
Yep.
Yeah. So you're gonna get the points. Like,
We got
but
started.
I know,
Wait, we're a level 1 clan. Crap, we don't have any rewards. Like, we
yeah,
better
yeah.
get on this.
And like when we split in House of Elites, they split up into like 6 or 7 different groups between all their family clans. And there was just like the chat was full of this, the Discord chat was full of, hey, I accidentally started CW or clan games in this clan. Can some people come help me out over here? Or I accidentally started it over here. Can people help over? It's like, oh,
Oh man.
it's
So are they
like everybody for
so
help.
so House of Elites, right? You've got the one main clan, I'm guessing. And then
They have 2 main clans. Actually, maybe 3. So House of Elites 1 is very competitive and wanted like only legend players. Uh, and so like if you're not even in Legend League, they won't accept you. Now that we've split to Legend 1, 2, 3, there is still Legend 2 players there, but not a whole lot of threes. Mostly just Legend 1 and Legend 2. Then they have like another clan, I think House of Elites 2 maybe, or 3, I don't know, that has, a little bit more relaxed people, but they still want to do CWL, and it's still a pretty full clan. But House of Elites 1 is 50 people deep of Town Hall 18s. So we split between three, just in that one, we split up into three main CWL groups. And that's just in the
Are
House
they
of Elites
are
1.
they all single players or are they multiple accounts?
Yeah, you can only have one account.
Oh, awesome.
But I've been split up in my CWLs. House of Elites 1 actually didn't promote last month or so the beginning of June CWL, we took
Oh,
fifth. We lost out by like 3 trophies of promoting to Titan League. And the other
oh,
group I was CWLing in, House of Elites 8, we moved up into Titan League. So we were in Titan League for the second CWL. And it was tougher. I mean,
yeah, I bet.
just like
So you
Smitty was,
you were in a modifier war.
yeah, I was in a modified CWL with one account. And
Ooh,
I almost went perfect. I went 6 out of 7.
holy shit.
And it it was tough. We had an epic collapse though. It was kind of sad. We were in the top 4 the whole time. I think day 5 we moved up into the lead. Uh, then day 6 we lost a war. Kind of kind of a tough loss. Um, Day 7 we had to win to stay in the top 4, and we had 2 1 stars.
Ooh.
This one guy just rushed into his attack and got a 0 star, and everybody was just like, what are we doing? It was just an epic collapse, and we lost. And so we ended up, I think, 6th. So we still stay in Titan, but for how well it was going at the beginning, we lost round 6 by 1 star. Somebody
Whoa.
got a 1 star, and then round 7 we just got smoked because we had a really really bad end there.
It's it's the end of the marathon, right? People are cramping up. You
Yeah,
know,
right.
they can't hold it
I think
anymore.
that's really what it was. Yeah, I
And
mean, when you have 2 CWLs like that, and it's
on top
everybody
of
starting
other Aura Wars,
end
updates,
games,
craziness,
updates.
like,
Yeah,
probably grinding heroes and kind of doing all that stuff.
oh, yeah.
It's been like the end of a um marathon, and it kind of just um I was kind of interested to see there was Olympus Gaming on TikTok. He posted something about like forgetting his second CWL attack, or in the second CWL of the month, and I said something like, I wonder how the stats will play out with this second CWL in a month. Like if the hit rates dip like
Yeah,
10% or something because
yeah,
of um that you just wouldn't think it would be that much of a grind, but it really um
it was.
so we separated. We started Vanguard. We have House of House of Elites, does their main clan CWL?
Yes.
Okay, so the main clan
Yeah,
CWLs,
that's
and
our,
then the other ones break out
yeah.
into other ones.
Yeah. Side chick and House of Elites 8. or the 50 people that are in Maine split into Maine, Side Chick, and House of Elite 8. And the
Okay.
other family class split up into House of Elites 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they have tons of them.
Okay. I think this, I mean, L2 demoted, where I think in some of the discussion, it was we were kind of displacing L members and and in displacing L members, we were kind of, or L2 members, we were kind of,
Two members.
yeah, kind of putting in other people. Um, so, after a while, like clans just kind of emerge with their own culture. And it's like if you look at the confirmations, like in the amount of confirmations in L versus L2, you start to see it's like the casual players, the people want, a little bit more casual have kind of moved over there and or maybe will only want to war with CWL with one account, even though they have got a couple over there. Um and so we did Vanguards to basically just split L into two during CWL. Keep that keep L2 is to probably let it find its place in CWL with its members. Is that your understanding of what?
Yeah, like kind of let L2 be more relaxed and not have to have them move around as much and let them just stay there. They're maybe not as active, maybe not reading the Discord, the chat as much.
Yeah,
They're just in there to play,
I don't want the
And then
intensity of it, or the
yeah,
pressure of it, which kind of
exactly. The perfect or whatever. So
hopefully,
using just our 36 to 38 town hall 18s that we have from L, splitting them up into L and L2. And that way, if L, or sorry, L Vanguard. And
yeah,
if for just CWL clans. And then if anybody from L2 wants to be more competitive and wants to throw their hat in the ring, then we can throw them into Vanguard or L, depending on where their stats line up CWL wise.
yeah, and I kind of imagine that would mostly be this next month, like this next month, and then people who like are wanting to either come back in who are casual or, like Spaceman, for example, who's not, CW, he's like a 14 or 15. But he was just saying, "Oh, I want to take it a little bit easier." He goes over to L2 Wars, does CWO, and then says, "Hey, I want to war with get on the other roster," and then lets us know, and then kind of comes back over. But like this month, we had like Atorigs. I'm thinking of in particular who's
Yeah.
over there, who's like, "Oh yeah, I want to be over on in that roster." So next month we won't have to like reshuffle the 18s basically, just depending. But
Mhm.
um and then we'll level up, which is kind of fun to do the I keep saying I'm installing a hot tub. We got the cable coming over in L Vanguard. The cable guy's gonna show up. Uh
Cable guy.
yeah, outdoor mini bar. Everything is um
Things coming.
going. It's weird going into a level 1 clan. I haven't been in one in like 12 years. Like I mean, where you're actually kind of growing, not just like L Warborn that we kind of were just doing stuff in, but people were like, "Oh, we better level this." And so to see it progress through like the XP of 1, 2, and 3 so far in this first was kind of exciting. Like, we're almost to level 3. Like, hell yeah. Um and it was kind of cool because you get to see I thought I remember taking forever to get this far. But in at level 5 you get a
Well,
what
it
but
probably used to.
yeah.
It probably
It
used to
took us
take that long. Like
3
back in
months.
my day,
3 months
old
later.
classic probably did take a long time. Now there's probably like other things that can help you level it up faster.
Yeah. Well, I was not sure at all. So like CWL started. We probably should have wore one before.
Yeah.
Just to got it. But oh well. So I thought, a- and okay. And here's the thing: when it started, it seemed like everybody's like, "Oh man, low troop donation levels," and maybe for the first couple hours, it was a little bit weird. And it's like, this is not really a problem, like just kind of have to wait.
With enough active people, it gets filled.
Yeah. Or like if somebody can't fill it, it doesn't take very many raid medals.
Yeah.
And now the I was thinking to myself though, crap, we're gonna be doing this all through CWL because I didn't realize you could get XP. I thought you got that clan XP at the end of CWL. Um, no,
But you get it every war.
yeah. So we quickly progressed. We're level 3 already within a week. Um, we took second in L Vanguard. So
Yeah.
we were the lower half
Promotion.
of the roster from L. So like L's, if you got a roster of 30, it's the second. Um, we placed in Masters 1, which it's all made me like glad we waited because I'm thinking we would have made Masters 2 or lower before like the clan update stuff because we had talked about another clan at one time, doing this.
Mhm.
Um, and then we lost one war. It by one. That was probably one
Oh, by
my
one.
fault. Yeah, we lost one by one. And the top team just was blowing out everybody. We had I think like 7 perfects or something like that. 5, 6, 7 perfects. Uh Pretty good competition. Couple like the bases, those ring invis bases tripped me up that first war and I got a 1 star. But
Now,
pretty
did you
healthy.
claim those, or are those leftover and you just took them?
The bases?
Yeah, those invis ones.
Yeah, I just do the leftovers usually.
You just took the left. So nobody else wanted those. Scotty came to the rescue to hit the ones that nobody wanted. And those were the tough ones that you struggled with.
I don't know if they were I wouldn't even say they were the toughest. They were probably just the least.
Well, they're
I suppose they were
the
unhit.
ones
Yeah, I
nobody wanted.
suppose. I never thought about it that way. Um, well, the Invis core base, ring base, really snuck up on me. Like,
Did you try a log launcher into them?
no, I think what happened is that I went into the one where I got a 1 star. I mean, I got to tell you, like, I thought in this, I can't win, or I mean, I can't lose. It looked like I was gonna blow this whole thing out. Like I was going in, and then my troops just got melted. My Yetis got melted. Uh,
Oh.
but it was because like I felt like they were sneaking in these invis rage core bases that are just a little bit different than or like newer or older. And so I thought it would do one thing just based on kind of the meta, and it just didn't. And so kind of surprising. So then I got a little nervous and had to be really careful with them. Does that make sense? Like it just popped like
Oh,
almost like that style.
there was there was a couple that got a couple of guys in L the same way, like the invis, or I got I got beat by one that was I knew it was going to be an awkward one for a Dragon Duke walk, so I tried to do the Monolith Queen walk instead, and I ended up time failing, and it was my only fail in in L. Um,
Have
it
you
just,
have you run that attack in the wild?
yeah, I tried it. I was on and off for probably 2 or 3 days. I could run it like 4 out of my 8 hits in Legends. If I was struggling, I'd hop back to the Dragon Duke just so I could keep my, decent Legend standing.
Yeah.
I was trying to seize, and it works really well on a lot of bases where you could get that Town Hall exposed. If you can grab a hero, the log on. If you don't mess up with your invis and get your queen or your healers hit, I mean, it does work. I
Huh.
just, I think I walked a little too long and I time failed.
Yeah. I actually tried it
And
once or twice, and then I was like, this is too important for me to be trusted with the queen walk.
and I hate trying new things during CWL, but I knew my attack that I wanted, that I like to do wasn't gonna work. And so I was like, I have to try something different. And
What is your
the other
exact
base
comp right now?
weekends.
Six
Uh,
bowlers?
six
Seven.
bowlers, 6 bowlers, 2 ice golems, Dragon Duke entry with 5 invis. And a lot of people run 2 revives. I run an overgrowth and a revive, and then 2 rages and 2 totems. The rages are just to keep the bowlers smashing when they get to the core.
Yeah.
The overgrowths to help kind of redirect if they need to, or limit damage if I need to, kind of path those bowlers to a certain area. Revive the Duke when needed, and help support the army towards the end. And yeah,
And where do you buy
5
your
healers.
healers or your heroes and troops? Because yours are much better than mine.
straight from the Super Stel. No, use code.
Where do you get yours tuned up at? I swear to
Yeah.
God, I watch your attacks. I'm like, his troops are just different. They're
I
built
think it's I
differently.
think it's just I think it's just patience and
Yeah.
practice. I'm getting 24 hits a day in at
Yo,
at
I
least.
suppose. Yeah.
I mean, if we throw in wars, I'm getting 30 hits in a day, where
Yeah.
you're getting 30 hits in a week.
Yeah. Now I have some
It
FC
I mean,
places to
that
go, but
yeah, but I mean, you
it
can only FC for so long before you get tired of it, and you can't. There's nothing like just hitting that button and not knowing what you're going into,
yeah,
trying to plan it.
I think
And
there's
CWL is different.
would
You
it be
can
attrition or something or what's I don't know what the word for it is, but it's like I feel a cumulative effect building from not having my daily legends.
oh,
I
it's
see it
gonna
like
it has to take a toll, and it is taking a toll. You can definitely see.
yeah.
When I had my 2 accounts in Legend 1 and my 1 account in Legend 2, I would go do my Legend 1 hits first and get practice in. Then I would do my 4 hits a day on Legend 2. If I was feeling good, I'd try to stretch it to like 6. But I didn't really want to ever do more than 6 because I still wanted to get some daily practice every day on that account.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm just lucky because I have 3 accounts. If you have your 1 account like you do, you can only do so much with 30 hits a week.
Yeah.
And I I was gonna we talked about this a long time ago, and you brought it up with somebody else. It might have been Smitty, um, about these modifiers going into CWL and how they're gonna affect
Oh
CWLs,
yeah.
and like you start to put that on the spreadsheet of, are you in Legends? Are you in Electro 33? Because, and I wish I could have asked Smitty this, like in his Titan League, if he looked down the lineup, at the guys that struggled. Were they in Legend 1? Were they in Legend 2? Or are they in Legend 3? Because when you get in a Titan League, it's a Legend 2 modifier. There was a few guys that didn't know that going into our first hits, and they didn't do very well. Just
Yeah,
expecting the
the
mode kind of
normal.
thing. And I knew it, and I said it in chat. Hey, you got a Legend 2 modifier. Somebody said, no, it's Legend 3 modifier. I'm like, no, it's Legend 2. They changed it. And there was in our group, I think we had 17 guys, maybe 16 guys. I would say a third of us were Legend 1 players. Almost all the Legend 1 players were near perfect or one off. Legend 2 players was probably a third, maybe a little bit more. Did fairly well, 5 out of 7, 4 out of 6, missed a couple. Legend 3 players struggled. They were what held us back and what kind of lost it for us, I think, in the end, because they're not used to the Legend 2 modifier. They're used to a Legend 3 modifier
Yeah,
or the regular 4 modifier. And,
that's why I'm
used to
all.
just crush bases, and it's different. And I almost want to speak up and say, hey, for our next lineup, we need to kind of look ahead at who is where in Legend League and take that into account going into Titans.
Maybe even start to look at hit rate within the legend
Trophy to
performance,
Legends.
right?
Yeah.
That could
Trophy
be a fact.
performance.
Yeah,
And it's tough because, I mean, I'll hop over real quick.
it's
I
really.
know that
I
not a
think.
lot of guys are in Legend 1. I think a lot of them got stuck in Legend 2 and they're just trying to get out, and it's hard to get out.
Yeah, I'm
We
in.
have so we have 48 people in House of Elites right now. 13 are in Legend 1. Like the rest are all in Legend 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are in Legend 3. So I would say those 5 like need to go to the side chick clan that are not modified. Like they're still in champs 2. Everybody that's in Legend 1 and Legend 2 need to be first priority to get into our Titan leagues. And now we have 2 of them, so it's like, I mean, it's not to say they're not trying to get into Legend 1. There has been a few of them that have just straight up said, I kind of like Legend 2 instead. Like, I don't have to make 8 attacks a day. I just
Yeah,
do my 30 a week and I'm done. And somebody's like, no, you need to, we
yeah,
need you to get up there. They're like, they're trying to make it a pushing clan.
or
Um,
even doing something like a face off, or I could see that kind of come in. I feel like the only way that I'm gonna be in Legends is one is if I just practice in Legends 1. So when I get there, I'm not like, oh crap, now I just got here. I'm gonna be struggle to like not demote. So I only practice on like Legend 1. And then
yeah,
when
I
I
think that's good for your Cs. It also makes you a better Legend 2 attacker.
yeah,
Because if you can hit a base in Legend 1, then you're going in more confident to your Legend 2 attacks.
and if I hit Legend 3, it is I can really feel the difference.
Mm-hmm.
So
And you go into your war hits without modifiers, and you're feeling like a hero sometimes.
yeah, yeah.
Walking in like, yeah, I got
Like
this.
this should be like the control is just a lot more there because it's so imprecise up before that it just goes better because you're just more and more forced to like tighten everything
Yeah,
um and do it. But yeah, I don't know when I'll just be kicking cans in the subway forever, I guess. But
you'll get there someday.
maybe
It's just, I
without the
think it's defensive luck and a little bit of offensive luck of who you get paired up with. What kind of bases they ran that week.
Yeah.
You know,
A little bit of
that
luck,
has changed.
no disconnects.
Like,
Without
think about this. We have 30 days left of this crafted defense. And then there's going to be a week where you go to sign up for Legend League, and either your crafted defense won't be there because Supercell will probably plan it that exact day because that's how good they are at things, or they'll
Oh,
plan it a day or two after you got it, so nobody will have it leveled up. So that week, everybody's going to have a really good offensive week, right?
yeah.
And then
If can
depending on who upgrades what defense, the next week will change to depend on, if you got the right defense upgraded or not. If you gambled and took the wrong one, you know, because when you
Yeah.
set it, it's set for whatever it was at that moment in time. You
Yeah.
don't get your up throughout the week. You don't get your hero upgrades. You don't get your defensive upgrade. Like, it's whatever it was on that day.
Other people might have some bad luck and I might get lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only way I
I
promoted, man. I got that good defensive luck, and
I really am doing pretty well though. I think like I I don't know if I could just sit there and do perfect for that long, right? Like I
you
just
can't
but I've
can't
got
go perfect every single one. It's hard.
so I've got like right now though, let's see, I've done 11 attacks. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3 stars, an 82%, an 89, a 99, a 96, a 99, and a 93.
Yeah, I mean, those are good because you're getting high 90s. That's what you have to do is if you do fail,
And it
fail high and
had I
make sure it's 2 stars.
had I boosted my
Don't.
king, I might have got those. Damn it. So
Yeah.
I
When you
don't
boost your king for your after your CWL hit, that you forgot to boost it, and then when you do hit the boost button after, make sure you get your money's worth and hit as
yeah.
many as you can during that time.
Well, I've got so that base that you shared 15 defenses against me so far. And there has only been 4 3 stars.
Yeah, that's awesome.
1 1 star. 2 1 stars.
And I didn't get a ton of
3
1 stars on it
stars.
because
3 1 stars.
I yeah, I think that's actually really good because I don't remember getting a ton of 1 stars because I think people started figuring out like you can't end on the town hall kind of thing. So they would just go right into it
Yeah.
and then they burn out on the backside, and that's when they got the low percentages. So that's where that base I think kind of excels is if people come from the backside, they're more likely to 1 star. If they come right out into the town hall to not 1 star, they burn out and get a low 2 star. Is when that base was really successful.
Yeah, I can't believe it's still holding. I
I
mean,
can't
after
either because it's been a month almost now, probably.
yeah. Well, yeah,
Like that
3
base
weeks I've
thing,
ran it.
it's
It's probably the
it got
3rd or 4th
really
week.
popular. Yeah, Legend One players definitely figured it out because I ran it for I think 2 weeks after, and then it started getting just smashed, like
Yeah.
almost 300 defense, and I'm like, yeah, I
I
gotta switch this out. I can't keep running this.
I noticed the 1 star or the 3 stars usually come at the very beginning where I think like a couple try hard player, like come in right the first
Yeah,
day and just
yeah,
do them all, or at the
yeah.
very end when a badass comes in and
First
just
leaving in. Yeah,
smashes through it.
probably the same kind of type of people. Either they're pissed off that they got demoted and they want to hurry and get back up, or they're like savoring their last few attacks
Yeah.
for the very end of the week.
So the first like 5 defenses, I'm usually like, I'm gonna demote, I'm getting kicked because they figured it out. There's like three
And you're like, I
three
should have
stars.
switched. I should have
Hmm.
switched. And
I
then it
knew it.
comes around. Oh, okay. No,
Yeah.
it's all right.
That's rough though, to leave a base for a week.
It's hard.
And a lot of pressure to be like you start getting close to the top and going in and like like I like an 8x8, 7 times a week. That'd be nice. Well, do you want to should we do shout outs?
Yeah.
Or do you want to do you want to quick talk you have time to talk about your global right quick?
Oh, to talk about global? Yeah.
Yeah. So we got
I
global
haven't
this
given
week.
much.
Have you what are your initial thoughts on it?
I entered one chat that I was like a builder that I follow. Um, that he was like, I'm gonna post base links and this and this and this, and then we later figured out you can't post base links and you can't post this and this and this. So I just left that group because it. I have not gotten in any of the big groups because I don't even want to try. Like it's just too spammy for me, and I don't care to even get involved. I
Yeah.
do like all the little subgroups that you've created, our CWL group, our Alliance group. Uh, we created one for Ore Wars, but then I don't know if like just too many groups going on might be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like if we
I was
get
racing to
too
like
many,
I'm going,
yeah,
I'm gonna do this, do this, do this. Um I
because you can't pin messages and you can't do a lot
yeah.
of things that tag people. So they're useful, but at the same time, they need some work still, I feel like, to
Yeah.
where Discord might be a better option still. And you can't say Discord in the global chat. That's blocked out.
Yeah. Well, the problem I think the one problem I was thinking, yeah, we could really do a lot of this in here. But for right now, I was thinking, here's one of the major problems. Um, is that a lot of people use multiple accounts. And so unless all of your accounts are in the chat, you have to be logged into that account to see what's in the chat, right? So like
Yeah. And
Cino with his 63,
oh
like
my
if he's
gosh, I
part
can't
of
even
one
imagine.
group, like a leadership group, he'd have to do if you could have all of your accounts like no, you could join it all, right? You could put them all in one.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like say X, right? If he's in like the leader chat on the game, but he's got his 6. Like if I send him a message and he's warring in or like we're chatting, but he's warring and he's on his account because he's doing this or doing that, he might not see something in the leader chat unless all of his accounts are in there. Which he could do. So I was like, there's some, a little bit of problems with that, but keeping it, yeah. My impulse was, okay, we need this, 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 but then I'm like, okay, wait, maybe not. And now that there's only 10, I think like the CWL and Ore War chat and just our Houses of L chat are basically what we just need right now.
Yeah.
Instead of a separate Ore War chat, right? Do you think just combine them?
Yeah, because I don't know, Orwar might be good if that one's just good for like an announcement of hey, we're starting Orwar. Because I think sometimes when we say hey, we're starting Orwar and we're over in main chat or you're on Discord, like sometimes it just gets pulled down in the chat for a little bit
Yeah.
and you can't see it. To
Yeah.
where if we just use that
The Ore.
Orwar chat to just hey, Or Wars this time. And
Yeah.
that's our next Or War is this time. That way it's only used as an update to when Or Wars are. It won't get lost in a bunch of other stuff. And we can use the other chats to talk about other stuff.
Yeah. And if there was like a permanent pin or something on that, then we could kind of switch it
Yeah,
back, but
they need pins and tagging, which I'm sure they're
it's coming.
thinking about that stuff down the road. They just want to slowly introduce,
Yeah.
what they can.
Yeah.
And
Don't break
and
it.
not get overwhelmed of breaking the game or making everybody join Legend 2 on accident for a day.
Yeah. uh, yeah, I can see that stuff coming and hopefully it'll make the clan organization and stuff, especially with CWL, just I think that'll be could be a real strength just because some people aren't on Discord, some people aren't,
Yeah, that's the way I like I do like it for that because there are a few people that don't get on Discord or don't want to get on Discord or don't have a Discord. So it's like that is nice to be able to. We need to be able to tag them,
yeah.
to tell them, hey, we're here. Hey, do this.
And I think one thing that maybe I haven't heard anybody talk about yet, that I actually enjoy more than I could have imagined, but takes a little getting used to, is the longer amount of text that you can put in
Oh yeah,
in and I'm basically typing going, okay, am I going to be able to get this last word? And it keeps going. And I'm like, that's going to be nice. We could actually post like in that CWL, the roster, like 1, 2, 3, 4, if we want, because we have the
yeah.
space
Because
to
right
do it.
now I have to. Right now, if I'm typing in the chat, you have to delete all the spaces after a comma. So it's like a name, comma, name right away. Like there's no spaces allowed to be able to fit all 18 names in. And then I'm abbreviating some people's names to be able to get all of them into one thing if I can. So that is nice to have that
Yeah.
little bit longer
When
of a message.
when I see you send that clan mail with like the roster, I go, he really did it. He really did it. It would take me
Lots of practice doing that.
half an hour to do that because I would do some, and I'd be getting the name and then something wouldn't quite work. And then I would accidentally bump it and it would go away or the dog would come in. I'm like, oh, okay. But this should be kind of easy, I think. But maybe with copy paste. Let's do shout outs. Any shout outs?
Big shout out to all the guys that hopped over and built up L Vanguard and got that going. That was cool this month to see you guys get right back up into champs with that clan and
Yeah.
um, be able to
Build a
have
fort.
two champs clans back up is pretty cool. And
Yeah.
props to all the people that went perfect. You had Pekka, Scotty,
Not me.
uh,
The other
two, yeah,
Scotty.
the fake Scotty.
Fake Scotty.
He needs to change his name to fake Scotty. That would be.
It gets really confusing
uh,
for people, even
I
myself.
know Nick Divs. The best is when X just keeps like promoting him. He promoted him to co-leader when you were gone,
Yeah.
and then Scotty was like, "Whoa, I'm a co-leader now."
And I think
And
Iceman was talking to him for the evening and he thought it was me.
thought it was you.
He's just going, which one is
He
of
needs
you
to put.
for?
He needs to put not Scotty 827.
On
At
827
least, yeah, at least something like in front of Scotty so that it's not the same when you at Scotty that they're both the same.
at unscotty.
Yeah, unscotty. We had quite a few people go perfect over in House of L too, or just the
L.
main House of L. Yeah. Super competitive group. I think that's part of the problem too, is going into CWL is the luck of the draw. I think we got a really tough group to go up against this time around.
Yeah.
Um, and had we pushed, spin a day later or hours earlier, you get matched up with somebody else, and it's
A little bit lighter.
a total ball game. You don't, just depends on who you kind of get mixed up with, but that was overall a great group of guys over there. Did really well. X went perfect there too. NIU, Inspector, Muffin, um, Bobby came off the bench and went perfect. So it was cool to see everybody do really well there. And um, yeah,
Now,
just
I'm going to shout out the co-leaders uh in L in Vanguard, Slade, has been just doing a ton of work. Slade and X have been doing a ton of coordination. And
Yeah,
X
Slade.
for running the ore war, he just kind of is. Him and his many selves are holding a lot of pieces in place.
Yeah.
This CW, so much appreciated, especially in this second CW. Well, almost ready to go for a third. I have to put the confirmations up today. I was gonna do it.
Right.
I've been meaning to do it, and I thought people, I just let's wait till CWL's done, and then I'll do it.
At least wait until it's over before we can confirm on
Yeah,
the next one.
I want them to want to get in. I'll
Oh,
kind of
1 day break before we throw that
throw it
back
back
up.
because most of it, if we're doing it that way, if we're doing it like splitting L into two, we mostly know who's gonna be in it anyways. So we'll have less waiting on confirmations most likely, and more kind of like who isn't. For I think as we go, but
Chewy for running
oh yeah,
L2 and getting that craziness over there with 30 people going on, and I think X helped him out over there as well. So
yeah,
and War Pig, they kind of all
yeah, and the
go
Houses of
there
Elf
to.
are hanging in there in a little bit of transition and trying to figure out like a good experience for everybody. Um,
Yeah, I think it. You go through a little bit of change, and it kind of ruffles everybody's feathers for a second, but when you come out of it at the end, it's like this is going to be good for the overall end game,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
This is where we want to be kind of in the future.
Well, and it solves one very big problem that will persist, I think, otherwise, and that is House of L2, like the number and it
Yeah.
being a hierarchy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um,
No, yeah.
which is just built into it, and people can think it's like lesser when it's not. It's never meant to intended that way. So it's like I think with two clans that are kind of even in naming too, it changes the dynamic. But
Yeah.
uh well, other than that, you can get a hold of us at clashclanspodcast at gmail.com or clashclanspodcast.com. All right, well, until next time, keep it clashy, everybody.
Keep it classy.
Skilly beep boop, skiddly beep.